Do you use any gadgets on a daily basis? In this day and age, I think I'm not alone in saying that I'm constantly using technology. Like most people nowadays, my work is all on the computer, and when I don't have a computer, I have a smartphone. That being said, I can remember when people weren't on technology all the time because I was born just before the computer age. The world changed a lot after everyone started having computers and smartphones. How often do you use the internet? I try not to use the internet much when I leave the house. It's not a good practice to be always looking at your phone, especially when you're walking around in the city, outside, or when you're with your friends. But in some ways, the internet is useful because I live far away from my family, so I can video call them all the time, and it's nice to browse the internet if I get stuck somewhere and have nothing to do. Do you own a computer? What purposes do you use it for? I use it a lot for work, but I also have a lot of hobbies that require me to use a computer. I like editing videos and pictures, and I love writing, so naturally, I have to do a lot of word processing. It's helpful to have a big screen for this. I always want to get the new cutting edge technology. Describe your favorite gadget. You should say, what is it? How did you get it? How often do you use it? And say, why is it so important to you? My favorite gadget isn't actually the one that I use the most. I'm most often using the computer for work or creative projects, but my favorite gadget is my e-reader because I'm able to take books with me everywhere. It's a small little device with a paper-like screen that has no glare even when using it in the sunlight. That makes it easy to read if you're on the beach or somewhere else really bright. I got my first e-reader a few years ago. Like most people, when it comes to new technology, I was a little wary at first that I would actually need it. I loved buying books and going to bookstores, so I dragged my feet a little before investing in an e-reader. I ended up getting it because it was convenient to take with me when I was traveling. However, in the end, I loved using it, and now I read more than ever. I use it every day, usually right before sleeping. It has a great light that can switch from a cool to a warm tone that makes it good for reading in the dark before bed. It's not harmful for your eyes like the smartphone light or the computer light, so it doesn't keep you awake by looking at it. I get a lot of reading done at night before falling asleep. It's become one of my essential devices. Do you think we need to know much about computers? We absolutely need to know a lot about computers. And in the future, I think computer literacy will become more and more integral to the school curriculum. Children need to know how to use technology in order to function in the modern world. It's important that they can navigate the internet safely too. I also think they need to learn about how to have a healthy relationship with computers and smartphones and not overuse them. What is the most impactful piece of technology in our lives? In my point of view, the smartphone is becoming more and more important than the computer. Although the computer is more useful and can do more things, the smartphone has become more necessary to have. Everyone is constantly connected, so if you don't have one, you're out of the communication loop. Eventually, smartphones and tablets will probably replace computers. How do computers affect our everyday life? Computers can affect our health negatively. I spend too much time sitting at a desk. I'd actually like to have a raised desk that would let me work on my computer while standing up. My back has gotten worse over the years, and I think it's directly related to the time I spend sitting at the computer. How effective is the use of computers in the classroom? It can be very effective for all age groups, especially for children. However, it can be overused very easily for the youngest students. Before a child is 6 or 7, I think it's inappropriate to use computers in the classroom. I used to teach 3-year-old students in Beijing, and I needed to make them watch PowerPoint slideshows. At that age, it's more important for children to develop social skills and learn through playing, so an over-reliance on the computer can be harmful.